Guys, thank you for joining me in another video. So right now, a lot of people would argue and say that the Samsung Galaxy S4 is the top dog and has been the top dog as far as Android phones go and smartphones for that matter. And they would also argue to say that the Samsung Galaxy S4 is by far the best smartphone on the market, or the best Android smartphone on the market. It packs a 5-inch HD display, 441 pixels per inch. That doesn't mean anything to the average user, but basically you get a sharper picture. Front-facing camera is 2 megapixel, I believe. It's got a 13 megapixel rear camera. It packs SD card slot, removable battery. I got a 64 gig in there. You can change the battery. You can upgrade the battery if that's not enough battery for you. It's 7.9 millimeters thin. That's just a gorgeous device. And overall, the aesthetics and the way the phone looks, it's really sexy, really nice. It really has a great look to it. The display is nice. It's got a quad-core 1.9 gigahertz processor. It's very fast device. It's 4G LTE. There's really not much to complain about with this device. So let's open up the browser here. I'm going to take you to something that many of you probably will enjoy. So let's go here and let's scroll down to devices, and let's go here and let's go here. So pretty much this guy comes on the scene, and as far as build quality goes, the Samsung Galaxy S4 is nice, but it's still packing that plastic feel. So this guy comes on the scene, the HTC One. And the specs for the HTC One are very impressive. Now at its thickest point, it's 9.3 millimeters, but you really can't tell. A little bit heavier than the Samsung Galaxy S4 at 143 grams. But here's where it starts to shine. It's got a 4.7-inch display, a 1080 resolution, just like the Samsung Galaxy S4, but it's got a higher pixels per inch there. It's 469 pixels per inch. It's got HTC Sense, which is a nice thing to have. Doesn't have a card slot, but you can get a 32 or a 64 gig. It has 2 gigs of RAM, just like the S4. It's LTE, just like the S4. But the fact that it doesn't have an SD card, well, you can actually plug in a dongle and plug in another external hard drive. And so that's something that's really nice. Here's where it comes into a little different also. It's got a 4 megapixel ultra pixel. People keep pointing that out to me. It's got single LED flash. It's just an all-around nice device. It doesn't come with 4.2.2, but hey, it's got a quad-core 1.7 gigahertz processor, and it can pretty much, and it's got Beats audio, and it's got these great speakers on it. So in comes this guy and starts to upstage the Samsung Galaxy S4. Now this device has Beats audio. It's got that ultra pixel camera, LED flash, unibody design, and it's aluminum, which is what people want nowadays, which makes it a little heavier, but the things that come along with that are just amazing. You got these boom speakers on the front, which kind of blows out the Galaxy S4's single speaker back there. But still, the Galaxy S4 has a great speaker, but the HTC One came along, and it really is upstaging the Galaxy S4 in a lot of ways. For one, it's got these front-facing speakers. 2, it's aluminum. Galaxy S4 users, don't lie, you want an aluminum device. Supposedly it's coming next year from Samsung. And as far as the cameras go, there's wide-angle cameras, which it really fits a lot of things into that camera. The display is really sharp. Another thing that it shines on the Samsung Galaxy S4 is this feed right here. You don't even have to go to an application. You can just stay there, or you can swipe over and you can see your home screen, your regular menu, all of that. But this device appears to be really fluid, and I say it's upstaging Samsung in a lot of ways. And I'm not saying it's better than Samsung. I'll let you decide. You tell me in the comments which one of these you think is better. But I say, as of right now, the Samsung Galaxy S4 may be selling more, but I think the HTC One is getting a lot of attention. It's got great battery life. Even though you can't change that battery, and it's a 2300 milliamp battery, this has a 2600 milliamp battery. The S4 definitely dies faster. I did some more testing, so I might have said in another video that this had great battery life, but I know I said this had great battery life in my review of this phone. So the Galaxy S4, it drains pretty quickly, and if you're a heavy user, you know, you do have the option to go ahead and you can see it's playing some flash there. You do have the option, I have the flash plug installed, you do have the option to go ahead and buy another battery. Now the HTC One, on the other hand, it only has a 2300 milliamp battery, but I can tell you this battery really rocks, I'll say. And I don't even use that terminology, not in my everyday, but this battery really kicks butt. I'm not playing. If you have an HTC One, sound off in the comments, because you have a great battery. The Samsung Galaxy S4, yeah, you can change the battery, but this device really kicks butt when it comes to battery life. It really does well. The build quality versus the Samsung Galaxy S4, I'm probably gonna piss some people off right about now. Personally, I care, but I don't care. I did a review of the build quality with the HTC One versus the iPhone 5. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Couldn't find it. It's around here somewhere. I got all these boxes in here, but anyway, I did a review of the HTC One versus the Samsung Galaxy, the HTC One versus the iPhone 5 build quality, and I definitely gave it to the HTC One all day. Now you compare it to the Galaxy S4. You know what? You heard the song by Stevie Wonder? Some things never change. Same thing here. This may be a good looking device, and it may have great build quality. I mean, it's got great build quality. It's really nice. Feels good in the hand. But this feels 10 times better. I mean, it just feels premium. Samsung really needs to do a better job and make this device a premium feeling device, because right now, and I'm not taking sides, those of you know I'm pro Sammy, even though I like all devices. Right now the HTC One, you can get a 64 gig developer edition for $650. You can get this device a 16 gig for $650, I believe. So I mean, and you can buy this straight unlocked, and you'll be able to buy both of these on the 26th of June with stock Android unlocked. Now they won't have LTE and all those beautiful features like that, but they will be. You will be able to get HSPA Plus for T-Mobile and AT&T, which is still really good. But people want LTE now that it's available. But hands down, I mean, the HTC One has much better build quality than the Samsung Galaxy S4. And even though it has no removable battery, no SD card slot, it's a little heavier. But you know what? In the end, it's well worth it. The Samsung Galaxy S4 is a gorgeous device. I mean, gorgeous. But there's several other phones out there in the Samsung line that look just like it. And you see my Mega, it looks just like this. But this device is doing something different. It's a beautiful thing. I like the multitasking on here, the double tap, and you can swipe everything away like this. I really like that. I think that's really nice. This feed right here, I think that's a great thing. Some people frown on that, but the reality of it is people actually use it and they like it. So, I mean, I'm not taking sides for HTC or whichever. You tell me in the comments which one you like better. I have them both, obviously, so I like both of them, so I can rotate my SIM. But for those that don't have both, I would, okay, this is going to sound weird, I would recommend the S4 to the average user only because of this. You can take that off, you can upgrade your memory, you can upgrade the battery. That's kind of the only reason I would recommend this one over the S4, the HTC One to the average user. Now, when it comes to somebody that's on our level, if you're a techie like we are, go with the HTC One, hands down. The build quality is stupendous, man. It is just ridiculous. The screen has a higher pixels per inch. It's very sharp. Web browsing is really nice on the HTC One, but what I did notice is it loses signal a lot more. Now, I'm in a part of my house where I have really bad service. So that's why you see them fading out. And, well, in my computer room, basically, you've heard me say that 1,000 times. In my computer room, I don't have really good service. So you can see now the HTC One has completely lost service. Well, the Galaxy S4, it has 4G at least. I don't know what that's about. It could be the build quality. It could be the way I'm holding it. I don't know. But see, there it's back. So, but they're both LTE. But I think hands down I would recommend the both of these devices. But to a person watching this video, if you're really into technology and you really want something that's built like a tank but still feels great, now with this, I'm not saying that I like the HTC One better than the Galaxy S4. I recommend the Galaxy S4 hands down to the average user because there's a lot of options that the average user can go to. And there's options for the HTC One, but I definitely recommend the HTC One to a techie person. And that sounds kind of crazy, but see, average users, they're sold on what the people at the store tell them, or they're sold on, oh, it has this, and main selling points for this HTC One is the body, the build quality, the Beats audio. But there's more things to talk about and to sell on the the S4. The camera features, for one. Yeah, you've got Zoe over here, but you've got a lot of features on here that I really like. I really like the Samsung camera interface. Zoe is sweet. Everything's nice. But for me, it's kind of a draw. I'll let you guys decide. Because obviously, like I said, I have them both, so I can just... I don't have to switch my SIM card because both of these are active. But if I wanted to, and I didn't have two lines, I could switch my SIM card in and out of each one of them, use whichever one I want either day. But you choose. Sound off in the comments. Which one is better? HTC One or the Samsung Galaxy S4? Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video.